talking and laughing as if they were the very best of friends. The Northuldra even put on a show, demonstrating tricks on the backs of their reindeer. But something deeper in the forest caught Agnar's eye. It was so amazing, it couldn't possibly have been real. He thought he saw the silhouette of a girl, about his age, spinning up and down in the air as she twirled with the leaves in the wind. She wasn't dangling from trees or clinging to vines, but somehow she floated as if she weighed nothing. Mesmerized, Agnar moved toward her. It was only after he heard the clashing of swords, shields, and staffs that the trance he seemed to have been in was broken. He turned and saw that his people were being attacked. The charm and magic of the Northuldra had only been a trick. Agnar gave the girl one last look, not wanting to believe that the fighting was real. But she was gone, as if she had never been there at all. The whoosh of an arrow passing Agnar's head froze him in his spot. He had never been that close to danger before. "Get behind me," Matthias said, and pulled Agnar out of the way just before another arrow zipped by, right where his head had been. Agnar was dazed and could only watch as the brutal battle raged before them, arrows flying and shields defending. He froze when he saw his father, sword in hand, facing the Northuldra leader. Matthias held tight to Agnar as the prince yelled for his father. All he wanted to do was help him. The prince was able to free himself, but only after the king and the Northuldra leader had plunged over the edge of a cliff. "Father!" Agnar roared like a soldier of old and rushed through the battle to get to the cliff's edge and search for his father. But fire erupted before him, and the flames and heat pushed him back. A massive blast shot across the forest like a shockwave. The Northuldra and Arendellian soldiers ran for their lives as water crashed into the dam with a sound like thunder. The wind began to rage violently, while boulders fell from the sky like bombs. One landed at Agnar's feet, and the force of the impact tossed him through the air. When he hit the ground, his head slammed against a rock. As he began to lose consciousness and his vision faded, he noted sadly that the lush beauty of the forest had been destroyed. At the same time, he heard a haunting voice, like someone overcome with the grief of centuries, wailing an eerie melody. Agnar had never experienced anything like it before. The Northuldra had mentioned that the dam was inhabited by the spirits of the people who had built it. Is that voice a spirit? Is it angry? Agnar asked himself. Somehow, the prince was moved out of the forest by an unseen force that floated him through the air while the chaos continued beneath him. Then the deafening roar fell silent as the angry spirits stopped raging, and a mist as thick and impenetrable as stone enveloped the forest, locking some people in and others out. Chapter 1. And that night I came home king of Arendelle, King Agnar said. The king's candle cast flickering shadows on his face as he told his story to his young daughters, Anna and Elsa. The girls were huddled together on Elsa's bed, with their mother, Queen Iduna, listening to every word their father said, their eyes wide and their mouths hanging open. Their mother drew them close to her, all three of them gathered under the comforting weight of her burgundy scarf. "Whoa, Papa, that was epic," Anna said, collapsing on the bed as she pictured everything that had happened. "Whoever saved you, I love them." The king smiled at his little girl. "I wish I knew who it was." "Were the Northuldra really magical?" Elsa wondered aloud. She didn't want to be anything like them. She couldn't imagine hurting her friends. "Like me?" "No," King Agnar assured her. "They were not magical. They just enjoyed the magic of the forest.